Hi guys, thank you for tuning in to today's avian home adventure. Before we begin, I wanted to take a second just to really talk about today and the purpose that it serves. So as Americans, we love our freedom. It is a part of the American cultural identity. Today is Juneteenth, which is also known as Freedom Day. It's a day that commemorates when the enslaved people of Texas were finally told that they were free. And that happened 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation. We at Carolina Raptor Center hope that you have a safe Juneteenth celebration. And to help you celebrate today, we have one of our amazing avian ambassadors out with us today. He is one of our favorites. He is our great horned owl named Dumbledore that our curator, Kristen, has out. So our goal here today is to have him free fly. So he is wearing a tracking device that allows us to keep tabs on where he's going while he's out here. So if he were to fly in a tree, we could know where he's going. So he's not wearing anything attached to him at all except for a little blue tracker that you guys will see. He's looking around a lot. There are a lot of songbirds around here right now. Songbirds are typically not a fan of these guys or even crows, and they've been known to mob large owls, other large raptors here, and chase them out of their territory. So you can hear some of this like chittering around, and that's pretty much what that means. So like I said, he is a great horned owl. They are one of the largest owls in the Carolinas. Typically they weigh anywhere from like 3 to 4 pounds. Dumbledore here is probably around 3 pounds or so. He's a male, so he is a little bit smaller than the females, about a third of the size smaller. So that serves a couple of different purposes. So the females are often larger because they're protecting their nests and their babies from anything that maybe wants to harm them. The males are a little bit leaner, they're a little bit quicker, so they can go and bring prey back to the nest for not only the mom, but all of the babies that they might have. So that's kind of a really cool adaptation that they've developed. These guys are known for their deep hoots, which we might hear. We'll see right now he's kind of making this chittering sound, which you hear a lot with baby birds. And we call that sound a reed. So he's very talkative. So these guys are known for that deep hoot, but also those really amazing golden eyes. So that indicates that an owl is crepuscular, which means that they are active during dawn and dusk hours. You'll see some other owls. Another native species we have are the barn and barred owl, B-A-R-R-E-D, with all these stripes, and they have really dark brown eyes. And so typically when those guys are active, it's more closer to the middle of the night when they're seeking out prey. If you guys have owls in your backyard, they are really great rodent control. These guys especially love eating rats and mice and things. The largest thing they'll go after are skunks, which is really cool, and a lot of people would say that's really gross. But birds, for the most part, don't have a great sense of smell. There are, of course, a few exceptions with some different species, but our owls here do not. So going after something that might be smelly doesn't really bother them. So it can be pretty funny when we do get these guys in our rehabilitation center. We can really tell when they enter because of that obnoxious smell. I'm going to stay quiet for this next time that he comes over here, and I want you guys just to listen and let us know if maybe you hear anything when he approaches this perch. Good. So aside from that chittering noise that I was talking about earlier, you probably didn't hear a whole lot. So owls are known as our ninjas. They are the silent hunters of the night. And so they have really amazing feathers. They're dense, a little bit like shag carpet, and they have fringing all over their body. And that really muffles the sound of the winds when they're flying, so it's super cool. So what they can do, compared to a hawk or falcon who are really fast, these guys can sneak up on their prey, so they don't have to utilize speed like that to go down and get some prey items. What we're practicing today with Dumbledore is getting him back into shape and getting him back to a routine. I'm sure that you guys are just as well getting back into your routine at home, getting back to your jobs. Good. And that's no different for our ambassadors here. So sometimes we might be able to pick up where we left off in our training for our education programs, or what we would do for our trail events. Sometimes we can't. Sometimes we have to take a couple of steps back. And if they've been sitting around a little bit longer than we'd like, kind of like as humans, if we sit on a couch for a long time, we have to get back in shape, basically. So what this is allowing us to do is build up that flight muscle. So they have a keel muscle, which is basically the muscles that connect to their wings that allow them to fly. And so we're getting that back up into shape. It's similar to when you guys see like a chicken breast in a grocery store, that kind of material. That's basically what that looks like. So now what our curator Kristen's going to do is she's going to work on a glove recall. She's going to take him back home. So we've decided that he's slowing down a little bit. We're kind of ending our session here, and so she's going to take him home. So that recall is really important because it's a way that if something were to happen, if something spooked him, and we had to go into the middle of the woods to get him back, we could signal down to him, have him come down to us, and give him a nice reward today. If you guys have any questions, pop those in the comment section and we'll get to those. If we don't get to them during this recording, we'll go back and check on them and try to get back to you. So Kristen's putting it away. So let's take a look at some of our telemetry that we use. So that is the tracking device that we're using on these birds when we free fly them. It's super cool. Everybody jokes that there's an app for everything, and there's literally an app for tracking our birds. It's really neat. So we have this GPS telemetry. This is the receiver that we use. It connects straight to the phone that we have it linked to. It works on Bluetooth. And then we have a little bit of our telemetry set up here. So this is what it looks like. We had a battery to it, rechargeable batteries. And once we add a battery to it, what we're able to do is add a zip tie. Oh, yeah. And those little leather strips that are around their ankles that you guys might see if we do a program or a show, not all of our birds wear those, but if they do have them, what we're able to do is clip this in to a grommet, a little metal ring on that anklet, and then trim this off, and then they can go forever. We get a lot of questions as to, why do your birds not fly away? The reason for that is based on our trust that we work so hard to build with our ambassadors here. So we work every day with all of our birds. We each have a special bird team that we work with and work on building a really powerful relationship with them. We want them to trust us, to basically take care of them and respond to us, and we want to be able to trust them that they're going to stay with us when we bring them out. And so it's a mutual kind of conversation that we have with our birds while they're here with us for education, which is really cool. Do we have any questions, Kayla? No?
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
Well, guys, thank you for spending this morning with us. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment section. We'll check back later today and try to answer anything that you might have. So thank you, guys. Tune in next week for another avian home adventure.